Feels good because I'm desperate to play here because when you play here, you're like top 5 or 4 or 3, but the job isn't done yet. The day is going to be done.
It is not done yet, but I did also hear that you met Xander Bogaerts of the Boston Red Sox. What was that experience like for you?
We went to the field, talked to him, pictures, let him sign balls and stuff. Since then, we've been on a roll.
He's like your lucky charm
Yes.
then? He is. I love it. Okay, also you have an uncle who played on that 2004 Curacao team who won it. What has he told you? What advice has he given you?
He told me, don't be scared and just play ball like you play at Curacao.
Right on, Jalen. Have fun today. Go get it.
We are down to our Super Six, so Jalen is right. Desperate to play here. It's always a fun trip, but it's still a business trip, according to Mr. Wheel. Mexico and Curacao, first of 2 at Llws2022, and we get set for the first pitch.
Mi nombre es Juan Pablo Puente y mi emoji favorito es el guiño.
Mi nombre es Gerardo Benavides y mi jugador favorito es Baby Ruth.
Mi nombre es Eduardo Javier Martínez Álvarez y mi animal favorito es el gato.
Mi nombre es Hernán Mireles Ramos y mi comida favorita es la hamburguesa.
Mi nombre es Noé Zavala y mi materia favorita es matemáticas.
Mi nombre es Marco Covarrubias y mi comida favorita es el sushi.
Mi nombre es Miguel Padilla Soto y mi equipo favorito es los Bravos de Atlanta.
Mi nombre es Iván Cuesta y mi jugador favorito es Mookie Betts.
Mi nombre es Adonis Alexander Castillo Rodríguez, mi jugador favorito es Miguel Cabrera.
Mi nombre es Néstor Samarripa y mi comida favorita es la pizza.
Mi nombre es David Gómez y mi equipo favorito es Boston.
Mi nombre es Francisco Jiménez y mi equipo favorito es San Diego Padres.
Mi nombre es David Zárate y mi jugador favorito es David Ortiz.
Mi nombre es Fernando García y mi equipo favorito es los Dodgers.
Mexico, they beat Puerto Rico, Canada, lost to Chinese Taipei. And on the mound today, Jalen Wheel. Curacao, they beat Nicaragua 2-0, lost to Panama, and then Italy, Canada, Nicaragua, all wins 7-2. So they have survived a bunch since losing that game to Panama 3-0 in elimination games. Gerardo Benavides will lead things off. He's the center fielder. He's 0 for 1, and that first pitch from Wheel is in for strike 1. It is a hot day here in Williamsport. And left fielder Jathan Cordelia is fairly shallow in left for this batter. Good swing, 0-2. One up, one down on the strikeout. So Wheel picks up where Reka left off.
Good afternoon, Jadlin. That's a pretty good start. Working fast, eyes on that glove. Strike, strike, strike. 3-pitch strikeout to start it for the right-hander.
And here's one of their superstar hitters we talked about at the top, Miguel Padilla. He's the third baseman. Swings and misses, 6 for 9, 2 home runs. A lot of fastballs right now being thrown in there by Jalen Wheel. Yes, sir, right on the corner, X. This is not an easy guy to pick up right now.
Well, we've seen a lot of fastballs already, but we've seen a lot of aggressiveness already from Mexico. They're going to come out swinging the bats. They just got to be able to time him up, be able to put something in play.
I'm Cam, Mike Orlando. Thanks very much for wearing it. That one was outside. Emery Hansen was ready to just throw it around the horn, trying to steal another strikeout. The Big E behind home plate. Set up outside again, 1-2, and that one is fouled straight back. What's impressed you most about the international side of the bracket, X?
Well, I look at especially these two teams specifically, the all-around play. When you talk about defense, a lot of really nice plays being made in the infield and the outfield, but then their ability to use the whole field. A lot of times at this age, you don't see that as far as advanced approach at the plate, being able to use the opposite field. Both these teams do that extremely well.
Padilla's 5'5", he weighs 132 pounds. Look where his foot is, the right one. Slow roll to third. Jacobus up with it, and across the diamond, Padilla is retired. Which will bring up David Zarate. He's the pitcher today. He's had quite a series in the game one. He and Padilla went back-to-back Jimmy Jacks to get this whole thing started. Weather cooperated the last couple of days. Today looks like another one of those warm, beautiful days. Not a huge threat of any weather. And the ESPN crew delighted to hear that, as tomorrow is sort of the off day. In fact, tonight will be the last night game that we play at the Little League World Series. Saturday and Sunday, all during the day. Shortstop, Rika. He throws a strike, which is what he does. And a 1-2-3 inning. Jalen Wheel will see Curacao come to the plate when we come back. It's the Little League World Series, Mexico and Curacao. Whether it's Bogarts, Gregorius, there's a whole bunch of major leaguers that have come from there. Ties there, Ozzie Albies, Kenley Jansen, 2 more of them. And so many of them speak so many different languages. Papiamento is just the one. 1634, 136,000. And there's a lot of big league players, a lot of kids here with big league dreams. Let's meet them.
My name is Ethan Calderia and my favorite player is Didi Gregorius.
My name is Alexander Babase and my favorite baseball player is Ozzie Albies. My name is Jailer Emperador. My favorite food is chicken.
My name is Joshua Acosta. My favorite actor is The Rock.
My name is Deshaun Clark. My favorite food is a hamburger.
My name is Jaden Wheel and my favorite app is Instagram.
My name is Davy J. Reika and my favorite player is Ozzie Albies.
My name is Shaman Sofia Jacobus and my favorite food is pizza.
My name is Emery Hansen and my favorite emoji is $.
My name is Jaden Luisa and my favorite band is Queen.
My name is Ryan de Castro and my favorite player is Kelly Jansen.
My name is Kishande Sandoran and my favorite actor is Kevin Hart.
My name is Tisham Morafase and my favorite player is Dura Samprofar.
My name is Kisha Renka. My favorite emoji is Make It Laugh.
Good luck to the team that followed those kids into that segment and said, go dance. After that, no chance. That is a loose group. I know Everett is the manager of the team. Ildion Martino, Ringo Rapp are the 2 coaches. David Zarate is on the mound. He's given him 3 2/3 innings. Hasn't allowed a hit yet. Ball! Throws it hard, 70 miles an hour. And it brushed Rika back off the plate. Bad Bunny, favorite rapper of pretty soon everybody.
Ball! Fellas, one thing you'll see with this Curacao team is they do a great job of plate discipline. They're almost the opposite of Mexico. They do a good job of being very selective at the plate.
2-1. To your point, they have struck out 36 times in the tournament, but they have walked 15 times. Davy J, pitching superstar of the 2022 World Series. Fouls that off. And Gavin Weir, it was interesting. President Bush asked about the lefty, the kid last year, the lefty, what was his name? And it was Gavin Weir. He remembered him. Gavin was playing up in the U15 group. He's also pitching at the U13 level. Good pitch. That's a strikeout. Rika is gone, and Weir, in 36 innings, struck out 100 so far. So he's doing well.
He's doing all right. This is okay too. The break ball on the inside part of the plate, kind of give up on it, thinking it's a fastball, but catches the inside.
I don't think it's good when the knees buckle like that.
Nope.
That usually doesn't work well offensively.
But what it does do is allow Rika the opportunity to know what it feels like when everyone else has to face him. Yeah. Oh, so that's why I'm so successful. It's nasty stuff. Emery Hansen's a 12-year-old, 5'8", 116-pound catcher. Well, that's a really good pitch. That'll lock you right up, and it's 0-2.
Especially on that inner half, KP, when you get a ball like that that's coming right at you, and then you get out of the way, that's tough to stay on something like that.
And he does that. So you go breaking ball in the inner half of the plate, and Zarate, whose fastball's been right around 70 miles an hour already, comes and dots one over the outside part of the plate. He's punched out the first 2.
Here they are, the team from Pearland, Texas, Nolensville, Tennessee. They are one of just a handful of teams still left here. In fact, there's only 3 on the United States side. Just saw the kids from Hollidaysburg, Pennsylvania. They're on their way back home. Wheel into right, close to the foul line, but it's fair. And Jalen Wheel swings at the first one, and he is the first base runner today.
Not only is he the first base runner, he'll be the first one putting up the jump shot after his base hit. He goes the opposite field, does a nice job of keeping the hands tight and staying behind it. He's been doing this all tournament, done a nice job of using the field, and he'll be the first base runner. Swish.
Money from Wheel. Did we get who his favorite player is? On the ground to second. Relis, and he will throw to second. Covering at shortstop was Jimenez. We got to figure out who Wheel's favorite NBA player is. I'm guessing Curry. Name of that guy's Ivan Cuesta. He is unfortunately working and watching from home. He was unable to get his visa, so Ivan is checking in, and he's watching a lot, Jules.
He is watching a lot, and I found his daughter Alejandra, who's here. Of course, Ivan, his son, is playing on the field. Alejandra, let's start first with your dad. I know that he was unable to come because of visa issues. How's he watching? How's he doing, having to watch from home?
Well, it's very frustrating for him not being able to be here, but he communicates with the kids every day through FaceTime calls at all times. He's the one that makes all the changes. He communicates through parents, through coaches, through his son, Ivan. He really is very present. He's very passionate about baseball. And, well, it's his dream for his kid to be right here.
So he's happy to see Ivan playing, of course. There are more than, I heard, 200 friends and family members that came from Mexico. How far is that from your hometown, and how do people get here?
Oh, it's very far. It's very, very far. It's all the way down. People drove over 35 hours to get here. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah. And then even when they got here, they still have to drive hotels an hour away, 2 hours away. They still have to drive back and forth, back and forth.
That's some crazy dedication. I love it. Lastly, your uncle played here, I know, in 1990, and now watching your little brother play. What is it about your little brother that you love and love watching him play?
Well, the passion. They put so much passion into it, and then he just loves to see his nephew play. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Have fun here. I'm going to get in on this cheer game because it's strong over on the Mexico side, I see.
Yeah, okay. A very good cheers.
Thank you, Jules. And the fly out from Morales and now Ivan Cuesta. Dad right now dialed in, watches his son take a hack at it, and that's going to be a strike.
I think that's one of the best parts is even though some of these people have not been able to travel, the support system is still very great back home in Mexico. And when you know that you have a support system rallying behind you, that means that much more, especially for you to get to this point, this deep into the Little League World Series.
So Alejandra, 16 years old. In the crowd, Maria, mom. The 0-1. Foul back up here. Cuesta likes to draw. He's an artist. He likes to draw the super characters like Spider-Man. And in 2018, he was on a trip to China. Went to the Great Wall there. Just misses outside. That'll be the first ball, 1-2. Ivan looking for his first hit at the World Series. Followed by the shortstop, then the first baseman. Chases one high, and he is gone. That is strikeout number 2 for Wheel.
Still efficient. He's got 5 outs and 19 pitches. That's getting done pretty quick. Gets ahead. Fastball elevated. They're just out of the zone. He's retired the first 5 that he's faced.
And here comes the birthday boy, Francisco Jimenez, the shortstop. Turns 12 today. See if he can make it a special day. Or more special than it already is. And you're playing Little League World Series games at Llws. So we checked the special box. Yeah. We got that covered. 5'3", 121. Next stop for him, he said he wants to go to Disney World. Jalen Wheel is just piling up swings and misses. He's thrown, as Kyle said, 21 pitches, 12 swings, 6 misses. The whiff rate high right now for Wheel. Comes from a big family of baseball players. His uncle Omar played in the World Series for Mexico. An off-speed pitch. They're all walking away. They were all walking away. And it's a ball. So it's even 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, you know what I'm going to do?
Shrug your shoulders.
Yeah.
Shrug your shoulders, go back to it.
That's one of the things about Wheel, too, is he's one of the youngest ones on this team, and you can just tell by his confidence, his reactions, his movements, has a lot of confidence in himself and knows what he's capable of doing, not just on the pitching mound, but as well as on defense. Very good shortstop.
Good pitch. Boy, Wheel, have yourself a start. Big strikeout. He has been perfect through a couple. Jimenez is gone.
It doesn't cost a penny, so you won't need a ticket. Just a well-oiled glove to catch a memory. It's a place for family, for fun. Place where Little League plays big. So come for the joy, for a box slide down the hill, and the sound that echoes. One more game. That sound is calling you to Williamsport.
Ouro Maran, você se Jonathan Scope, tu classe exitoso, se enjoy wega, tra duro, se que você você best. Meu amigo você promover o bom, se que cine, que dá para outro, que dá beisebol duro, é a forma do você não sabe de Porta Grande, se você best. Tuma.
Yo sono profara que banda, me deseaba un tour clase de éxito, me saco bastante sendei banda na. Se você best do no tour kuting,
Teammates on the 04 Little League World Series championship team from Curacao. 2 eventual major leaguers right here on this field. And Jurickson was watching the game the other day. The Padres left fielder having a good year for San Diego. Scope, one of Buck Showalter's favorites when he was part of that Baltimore Orioles juggernaut. People forget, we just had the Orioles in town. Wasn't that long ago they were competing for and getting into the postseason. Like from 12 to 16, they were one of the better teams in the American League, and then it came crashing down, and now they're starting to build right back up.
Is that the only time that there's been 2 kids from the same team that went to the big leagues? I mean, I know we've had big leaguers.
Yeah, plenty of big leaguers. That's a good question.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, to have 2 of them on the same team.
I remember it.
Joshua Acosta, well, that's a good thing that you remember it.
Thank you.
Because I know there's a lot of things that you have forgotten.
Yep. But that one, I haven't.
No, and that was in 04. Synapses are firing today. Oh, 2 to Acosta. Nope. We got a lot of premature strike calls by the position players. Fernando Garcia almost had it out of his hand.
Don't know if you don't ask.
1-2. There you go. Now you can do it. Strikeout number 3 for Zarate.
Little League Sandlot Fun Days. Player-led, unstructured opportunity for local Little League programs to provide a fun, relaxed activity for baseball and softball players. Kids make the rules, make the lineups, make the calls, give them the bats, balls, and field, and let them play. Learn more today, littleleague.org/Sandlot Fun Days.
I love where you're at.
Yeah. A little nervous right there.
You make the rules.
Isn't that the way it ought to be? Just go play.
And it continues with the younger generation in the Peterson.
Did you make up games, X, when you were growing up? Like,
absolutely.
We had, so it was wiffle ball home run derby. And my parents had like this little tiny deck that came off their bedroom. I mean, it was like 4 feet by 4 feet. But if the ball went in there, it was 10 runs.
100%. 10 runs.
It was a 10 spot.
Oh,
yeah, you went upper tank was 4, and then like lower level was 1. But if you got it into the little deck thing, it was 10. That was big.
So you were the Savannah Bananas before they were the Bananas. You were doing all these things. Yeah.
It was the best, man.
We had something similar. Me and my brother were down. We had a loft, and you had to hit down below the loft. And if you hit a home run over the loft, over the fence, or kind of like the gate that got over the loft, that's an automatic run. So we played all types of games like that.
Oh, that's the greatest.
Until mom and dad got home, though.
So when I got into trouble is when it would rain. Because the wiffle balls would go in the gutters, and I wouldn't get them out. And then it would rain, and water would start flying all over the place, and my dad would get warm right away. And then we had to clean the gutters out and do it all over again. It just kind of repeated itself.
Did you used to throw the ball over the garage, just the other person on the other side, so they could catch it? You would. They would know
on the other side.
Yeah. Tennis racket baseball. Did you ever do that?
Didn't do that.
Did that tennis racket baseball?
We did that a lot because you could just lift. You could just hit it a mile. Soccer ball through the picture window was a good moment.
Yeah,
that worked out well. You're about to kick it from the other neighbor's yard, and then all of a sudden, mom opens the door, and when she says your name in mid-kick, you kind of let up, and boom, it just fires through the window.
Good morning.
That was not a good moment at all. Deshaun Winklar. That's in the 7th spot. Back-to-back punch-outs for Zarate.
We lived on a cul-de-sac, and we had a fence that kind of went into the old man's yard, right? And whoever hit the home run over the fence, he got to pick who got to go get the ball.
Was there a big dog back there?
There was a couple of dogs.
Oh.
And the bushes were all scratchy, so if you went in there, you scratching up your legs.
Junkyard dog.
Maybe some poison ivy.
Did you play with a baseball signed by the Bambino?
I know better than that.
0-2 Winklar as Zarate. Ball! Nope, look to punch out the side, 70 miles an hour. Curacao has not. That's better. That's a punch out. That's 3 in the inning. That's 5 in the game. And David Zarate has got them on their feet from Mexico.
And coaches as they capture the imagination of millions of Little League fans around the world.
Good job, boys. Let's go. It's really cool. It's like being on a roller coaster. It's a wild ride.
I asked the guys if I could fly the drone up there, but they said
no.
something about insurance.
No. Well, whoever the driver is then is incredible. Is that a one-take effort? Are you guys familiar with drone driving?
No.
I saw a couple clipped off there. It might have been a few takes.
Yeah, you're right. There was a little editing there, but that is slick. That is really cool. X, you got the next card read. KP had one, I had one. You're up next, all right?
Big.
Come on.
Real big.
All right.
No problem.
Jesus Gomez is the first baseman. Favorite player, Big Papi, David Ortiz. He wears 34, and that is the number that Jesus, the first baseman. Some people may forget David Ortiz one time played quite a bit of first base. He's 12-5-7, 116 in contact. He sends it in a foul territory. It's kind of a strikeout festival so far. Wheel has got 3, and Zarate has 5.
Yeah, Carl, to your point, we're almost waiting to see who's going to break first as far as get the bats going. Both of these teams obviously new to playing on this field. There might be a little bit of anxiousness, nervousness with both of these teams. Mexico's a team that we've seen hit the ball extremely well. 21 hits in their first 3 games in this thing. I would expect them to start getting going here pretty soon.
What do you think Wheel just fired over there to his bench? Was it gum? What was that?
I don't know. I was trying to figure out what was going on, and I didn't get anywhere.
Smoke to center field. Acosta there, and he makes the play. Let's send it down to Jules.
Ravi, I can confirm that was gum. I just heard from Jalen's dad, Raynard, that it was indeed gum that he threw to the bench. They were asking. We talk always first with the parents. We do a check-in. When your kid's on the mound, it's very stressful. How are you doing, Raynard?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine because, like you guys can see, my son have so much confidence in himself. Like, I believe full in him.
He does have a lot of calmness to him, I will say. He talked about being desperate, Jalen, to play at Llws20, and I know this is your first experience at Williamsport as well. How's it been so far?
Yeah, Williamsport for me is like a dream come true because my son, when he was little, he said to me like that, this is my dream to coming to the Williamsport, and if my son is happy, I'm happy too for him.
Oh, I love that. How's everything at home? I know Curacao is famous for all its baseball players. We've heard from them already today. But what is it like at home in terms of watch parties and enthusiasm?
Everyone in Curacao is crazy about the kids, crazy about the team. Like, they're watching every game and texting me like, we're gonna win today. And you know, Curacao is a small island, but we have a big heart, so we're gonna win today.
All right, Raynard, enjoy it. I hope you do.
Thank you.
Isn't it kind of crazy? I mean, where the game gets popular, and there's no rhyme or reason sometimes to exactly what it is. I mean, Curacao, Cuba, Puerto Rico, these spots that we're so used to seeing major leaguers and multiple major leaguers, and they're not big places.
Right. That's what makes this event so great. It's what makes the upcoming World Baseball Classic so great. Well, you know, X, you've spent a lot of time down at Volunteer Stadium with the international side. It is amazing how flamboyant, how expressive they are. We talked about the basketball shot, but the celebrations on each base, the cultural differences between what we see up here baseball-wise and the demonstrations that you see down there. It's what the WBC is. You get a chance to see all the flavor. It's a really, really cool and certainly different than what you see up here.
Absolutely. And having played in multiple different countries, Dominican, Colombia, Korea, I've seen a lot of that. And it's a different type of passion, different energy. And it's not to knock anyone else, but there's just a different type of vibe when it comes to the opportunity to represent your country on a national stage.
How many countries have you played baseball in?
I played baseball in 4 different countries, 5 actually, with the U.S., but Korea, Colombia, Mexico, Dominican.
Canada?
Not Canada. Actually, yes, Canada.
There you go. Yep.
Winter League.
Winter League in
Summer
Canada.
League, Summer League, college Summer League. College Summer League.
Garcia, the 4th strikeout for Wheel.
He just keeps going, man. I mean, it's pumping the strike zone. 36 pitches. What do we got? 8 out so far. It's a clinic on both sides so far on the mound. Just 1 hit combined.
Adonis Castillo, he celebrated a birthday just 5 days ago, turned 11. At the knees, strike 1.
Little Miggy.
Little Miggy.
I'm all in on this dude.
And he sings too.
Oh, he can do it all. He's one of those ones you got to keep your eye on, even in the dugout. He's dancing around in there, climbing on the fence. He's having a good time no matter what.
Ooh. Bovacia, the second baseman, had passed his first baseman, Hinkle, on the way to the dugout, waiting for the strike 3 call. It didn't happen, so we'll try again to Castillo. That's outside again. He's a Ronaldo fan because he's strong and he's won the Champions League a lot. And he spent some time at Disney during Christmas. Slow roll to third. That's another 1-2-3 inning for Jadlin Wheel. He has faced after this.
Bravo! For buying a treadmill? You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One. It's simple, with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase. Yeah. And heroes don't take the stairs.
Is this a parachute?
What's in your wallet?
Nobody's ever made breakfast as good as Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
I've never had French toast this good, not in my life.
Better than mine?
Mom, come on, you know, these and yours it's...
Answer the question, Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler, answer the question.
Get out of here, Willie.
If you want a little something sweet in the morning, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new home-style French toast sticks.
What kind of person would come here at 5:45 a.m.? Well, there's Carly, a carpenter, just like her dad. There's Juan. He's building a house and a better life. Lamar needs a torch for welding school. Ed's putting in a pool for a friend. That's who's in our parking lot at 5:45 a.m. Real customers made for doing. And at the Home Depot, everything we do for them.
Fumble of joy. More than a Thielen. You hear what Darth Waver had to do after losing last week? Is it as bad as what happened to Game of Jones? Morning.
Welcome back to ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series, presented by T-Mobile.
Attaboy X. Everybody has read a billboard. We love it. Zarate and Wheel have been outstanding. Zarate threw 2 balls to start the game. He has thrown 3 balls since. Wheel has not allowed a base runner. Came to Williamsport today at Llws2022, and you're looking for balls flying over the wall. How about just a bat on one? How about just getting one on the ground? Anything, because the pitchers have been dominant. There are the numbers. 9 punch-outs so far. And now it's Zarate's turn. Ooh. Ouch. Yeah. Alexander Kovacia is down. That's one of those that was a chaser. He had no chance to get out of the way. And the other part of it too, you know, when you're a hitter, you guys can explain it. He has been so good. I mean, he struck out 5 of 6. There hasn't been one of those that you have to, you know, be really ready for something like that.
Yeah, and this is one that went straight to the back, right in the middle of the back too. So it's one of those ones you just got to take a minute because it's going to hurt. You try to rub it, you try to get to it with the hand, but you can't. That's the tough one.
Which one of those do you remember the most? Is there one getting hit that you remember the most?
Yeah, I got hit off the knee one time, and I thought I was done. Like, I was just like, no, I'm not playing today. I'm not playing the rest of the month. Like, that one is gonna be hurting for a minute. It was right off the kneecap.
Ouch, man.
I was so nervous. The first pitch I ever threw in Major League Spring Training, Kevin Ory was hitting for the Cubs, and I hit him directly between his numbers. First pitch ever threw.
Oh, really? In the major leagues?
In spring training, yes. Oh. And I will never forget, I could hear Bob Wickman laughing from the bullpen. And
good perspective.
It was wonderful. All right, here we go.
Wiki will give you first.
We gave this guy money.
First look. That was funny. 1-0 Cordelia. Looks at another one outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Now this is one of those ones, third baseman Padilla, he's in so far, as well as Gomez at first base. They may try to get to this ball, maybe throw it to second here, if he still offers for the bunt. But you got decent speed over there on the bases in Provacia.
Cordelia tips the scales at 72 pounds. He's 4'8", 72.
I think I was like 4 when I weighed 72 pounds.
You and me both.
That's the umpire, and somewhere down there is Jathan. Now you see him. Pulls it back. That's a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Forget, next year we're going to see Cuba. They are the automatic qualifier. This team beat Cuba. And Cordelia had a big hit in that game. He's struck out here. Getting close to the next Sunday night baseball game. It is going to be Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals. Looks like Odorizzi and Wainwright. Subject to change, but that's where they are. Odorizzi had a good game for Braves last time out, so it looks like he's going to get the start. Adam Wainwright, he's kind of a Sunday night fixture. He has started more games than anybody else on Sunday night. He's had good success, and we love Waino. 7 Eastern ESPN, Deportes Radio. We'll start at 6 Eastern with baseball tonight. Sunday night countdown. You got a runner on after a hit by pitch, and now you're back to the top of the order. So maybe the best chance so far after the first for this team to get some runs. Davy J. Rika. Oh. 1 ball, 1 strike. Did you have a lot of the games like this down there where you're wondering who's gonna break?
No, we didn't. This is actually a little bit new to me, especially these 2 teams in Mexico, who we've seen swing it pretty good in most of their games.
Oh.
But then again, you are talking about 2 of the better pitchers that we've seen over on the international side, in Jaylee Will and Zarate.
Rika looks like a kid destined to play baseball because of his great pitching, but he's really a soccer fan and a soccer star. He pops this one up on the infield, or unless the second baseman is there. So Rika retired. He's 0 for 2. Another major league favorite of the kids from Curacao, of course, Andrelton Simmons. Jaden Luis has had a nice series. He is 3 of 6, and he will bat in the spot of the number 2 hole hitter, Emery Hansen. Luis has got a double as part of those 3 hits. He squares the bunt, pulls it down the line. Zarate, a little underhand for the out, and that will do it. We're going a little small ball here. We got 1 hit so far. We are halfway through. Done that. Did you play the video game?
That's you.
Did you play?
No, I saw him playing it. I went up to the Grove, and they're locked in.
They are, huh?
It's a good game.
Big league game with little leaguers in it. Mexico in their last 9 innings, 1 run. They started out on fire, and all of a sudden they've slowed down. They've run into some good pitching. Juan Pueblo Puente, 2 for 7 with a double. He's up now. 5 substitute players for the kids from Mexico. Aquí. Interesting coaching style that we've seen from Victor Salazar or Ivan Cuesta, who's ever making the calls. Cuesta not here, but they led off with a kid, Gerardo Benavides, who was 0 for 1. And now they are immediately pinch hitting for him, so they're almost using that spot to shuffle some of the substitute players in, but you don't see that a lot with a leadoff hitter.
fuera del caja también está bien. Tiene que mantener contacto con la línea. 1 y 2. Está bien. Time. Está bien. Vamos.
Mike Orlando able to speak both languages, and that makes it a little easier for the players to understand. He's going to give the next baseball to the pitcher, Wheel. Will is pointing to the foot of Pueblo Puente. It's on the line.
Bust him in, KP.
There he goes again. Look at that right foot. It's almost over the.
It's all right. They're going to climb on it and take advantage of it.
Oh. Wheel is looking into his dugout like, is anyone else seeing this stuff? Give me that sign. But Puente's got his feet right inside that box. That's where you got to go. Good job. Jalen Wheel, 5th strikeout.
Because that's what happens. I mean, you crawl on top of the plate, and it's not a comfortable feeling on the mound because you don't feel like you have as much room. But if you can do this, you're probably not going to swing. I mean, it's over the inner third of the plate. It's not on the inside corner, but still that pitch feels like it's way inside to Juan Pablo Puente. It's another strikeout. Now the 5th in the game for Jalen Wheel.
Miguel Padilla, biggest home run threat on Team Mexico. Nope, chases one out of the zone, strike 1.
And KP, that might have been something Puente and Mexico trying to do something to change up his rhythm, something to get him feeling uncomfortable because he's been just carving through this Mexico lineup.
He said that all Tenny's face. Yeah, I mean, you're just trying to do anything to get a base runner on.
It's another one of those days, too, where it's hot on the field. You're not getting any action out there. You got to try to stay focused on what's happening. All of a sudden, the ball will head your way. Like the second baseman. And he was ready for it. Ovesilla, and there are 2 down. It's not only little contact. What contact there is has been very soft.
Yeah, Jalen Wheel talked about it, you know, early before this game started. They've had a lot of confidence since this team has got a chance to go to the Little League Classic, in which the Orioles and Red Sox played, and they all got to go on the field and meet Xander Bogaerts. And ever since then, this team has been rolling.
You know what they call that?
What do they call it?
The X Factor. Straightaway center. Acosta looks at it. It's gone. David Zarate. He hits his 2nd homer here in Williamsport, and Mexico has a 1-0 lead.
And this is probably just one of the few mistakes that Wheel has made just right over the plate. And when you get to Miguel Padilla and David Zarate, they will find a way to take advantage of something left over the middle. Zarate does a nice job of getting a pitch, middle in, and he just deposits this thing to dead center. That is a shot straight away, right back where it came from, but over that center field fence. That's 1-0 Mexico.
They'll have a game. David Zarate. He's allowed 1 hit. He delivers the first hit for Mexico, and it is a home run. First man to touch a base, touches them all.
And that's one of the things, too, is if you get an opportunity kind of that second time around through the order, you've already seen what Wheel has to offer, maybe trying to do to the hitters. And Zarate did a nice job of being able to stay back on that and drive it right back through the middle of the field.
235, 40 feet out there to dead central. Nestor Zamarripa. Strike 1. First run, first hit comes in the top of the 4th inning. Now Zarate will refocus on the pitching side of it. Yesterday in the Hawaii game, they were peppering Howard Lombardi's statue out there, the bust. I mean, one actually dinged right off of his forehead.
Right in his head. Howard J took one to the dome last night.
Just no respect.
And they all will go out and touch Howard J before the game or immediately after. The baseball, a direct hit on the noggin yesterday.
I haven't had the opportunity to see a lot of Team Hawaii, but Tim Kirchin says it looks like a team full of Manny Machados. The way they swing the bat, just stay up through the baseball.
Here comes Acosta, and he's right there and made that look easy, like Andrew Jones used to make it. Yeah, Tim is right. We'll talk a little bit more about Hawaii when we come back. Hawaii does a lot of this. They hit 5 of those yesterday. Zarate hits the first one today for Mexico. And circle the bases. They lead at 1-0 as we head to the bottom of. It took Julie 30 seconds to figure that whole thing out.
Yeah.
There would be months that had to go by before anyone in this booth named Peterson or Ravitch, and I can't speak for you, would figure out any of that. Lost. Dance moves, singing, memorization.
I'm cool with the memorization. The dance moves might give me a little bit because they get rowdy over there. But I love the hat.
Yeah.
Like the hat is what it's all about.
It just kept getting lower and lower and lower. The more that she danced, it was just moving south the entire time. Uh-oh.
Oh. Jalen Wheel. A little stare down of Zarate on the mound after that pitch came inside. So we'll throw one at 71. Yesterday, was Rankin throwing about 75, 77?
Yeah, to touch 78. Woo. Equivalent to 101.
Slow roller from Wheel. Gomez steps on the bag.
That was closer than it should have been.
A little bit closer than he thought it was going to be, wasn't it?
I think part of that was done kind of on purpose. He's watching him, and I will wait.
The pitcher didn't cause obstruction right there.
Ball one to Kishore Hinkle. He put the bat on the ball his first time up. That is a great pitch. Zarate has been on fire.
His arm speed stays the same too, and everything is still full tilt towards home plate. Whether it's a fastball or the curveball, he didn't tip it at all.
Right back at you. He'll flip to first, and he's in complete control right now. David Zarate, the 12-year-old, 5'6", 112-pounder.
I think that can be one of the toughest things at this age, KP. I just remember back thinking when you start getting used to seeing sliders and off-speed pitches, it's hard for you to recognize when you have a guy throwing the same arm speed. A lot of times you can pick it up early because the guy slows down his delivery, not just his arm, his delivery. But with Zarate and the way that he's able to use his delivery and repeat it over and over with the same arm speed, that's tough for a hitter.
Deshaun Bonifacia. He's acknowledged to Zarate that he likes to eat avocado and cheese tacos, but beyond that, he loves to throw the curveball and slider, which we're seeing a lot of today. The right-hander swinging and missing as it drifts out of the zone. That was just straight cheddar.
And also, you can tell the guys aren't picking it up because they're taking a fastball swing. Looks like they're sitting fastball, and it looks like a fastball to them and dives out at the last second. They're still swinging at it like it's coming middle.
He was part of a combined no-hitter recently. He described that as his favorite game. If he won the lottery, he would just buy lots of things. It didn't matter what store he went into, he would just buy things.
Stuff. Take that, 3 of those.
Can we pull over here? I'm going in there to just buy. I'll have 4 couches. You ever win the lottery, X?
I've never won the lottery.
Did you play the lottery? Is there a certain number that's going to draw you in? Like a $1 billion? Like that?
Maybe if it was like food. If they said you get like
lottery.
a lifetime full of this.
What would it be?
Maybe ribeye steaks.
Okay.
Maybe some chicken and waffles.
Not fries?
Nah, I'm cool on the fries.
There's none left.
Give me
kids eating
give
them
me the
all.
protein. He's just crushing them.
Yeah, he looks like a chipmunk.
Yep.
There's about no room left.
Nope. Mom's like, all right, son, we're good now.
How is this going to end?
Let's just pause for the cause.
He's taking on some type of challenge.
Don't choke, because I think that's sort of a bubble. Don't choke. Let's get back to the action on the field. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Bonifacia. Down.
It's a good at-bat there, considering the off-speed pitches that he swung at earlier in the at-bat. But when you get yourself deeper into the count, you get an opportunity to recognize more pitches, and he did a nice job of laying off that tough one there, 3-2.
Zarate gave up a hit in the first to Wheel. He has not allowed a hit since. Shamar Jacobus looks at ball 1, so a walk to Bonifacia, and he's at first base. Down a run after a home run from the guy you're looking at right there, David Zarate. And he gets the call at the bottom of the strike zone. Backing up and flipping to his pitcher is Gomez. Zarate's there to cover. That does it in the bottom of the 4th. Better idea. Look at a little Gatorade chaser. It's a 1-0 game. We go to the 5th inning. Saturday, 12:30 Eastern Time, ABC, the International Championship game. We got the Home Run Derby, which is also coming up here at the Little League World Series, which for those offensively hungry is a great event to check out. This is on the ground. Wait a second.
Yes, sir.
Jacobus. Oh, wow. From his backside makes a great throw. And that is a web gem.
Hold on. I've got to see this again, because this ball was scalded down the line by Cuesta. But Jacobus being so alert and ready, that's a 2-hop, snags it down the line, stays on his legs, and fires it over across the diamond. Show it off, young man. Show it off.
That's impressive. Oh, that was impressive.
It's like 2 great plays. I mean, one is to glove it, and the other just to get to his knees and throw a seed across the diamond. That was a pretty good start to the inning.
Eduardo Martinez. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jacobus and Hinkle in on the corners. He tried again, and he did offer. That's a strike. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's the one thing that continues to stick out to me, is that defense that is on display every single day here.
Yes.
I think back when I was 11 and 12, I was not doing things like that. I was extremely raw.
And the 2 kids that are playing tonight, Satinoff, the shortstop for Tennessee, made a game-saving play. Bases loaded against Indiana on a ball that was destined for the outfield. He dove, stabbed it. That ended that threat. They ended up winning that game. And of course, last night, Khan in left field smacked into the wall. Hat fell off behind him, and the ball ended up in his glove. That's a strikeout. Here's Jules.
Ravi, we've been talking about pen trading all week. Jessica Mendoza's younger son, Caden, has been showing me his stash all week. Let's see it, Caden. I know this is a big deal here at Williamsport. What do we got?
I got this from an umpire at pin trading, the
Whoa.
James. Yeah. And then,
wait, by the way, these are like bigger than your head.
Yeah, these are like big, yeah, definitely bigger than my head.
What's on the next page there? Where do you do this? Where do you trade all these?
At the James.
Okay, flash it up so Dylan can see it. Look at that. Oh, nice.
Got a fish. This is homemade. It's a homemade. Yeah, homemade.
What? What else we got? I heard Todd Frazier just like popped in the other night. Oh wait, I see Swaggin. Stop there. Is that Swaggin?
Yeah, that's Swaggin. I traded this for just a camera, which is pretty cool.
Just a camera? That's all she was worth? Wait, where's the Todd Frazier one? Oh, look at that bad boy.
Yeah, I really like this one.
Yeah. That's only one of 30, I heard.
Yeah, 25 out of 30.
Here it is. I don't know if you saw my pins, Caden. Kiwanis Club. We'll talk about that later. Maybe we'll even have a little trade-off.
Yeah.
My Kiwanis Club
Yeah,
pin.
yeah.
I'm a member, you know. Coming back after the break.
As electric vehicle performance becomes more powerful, so do our tires.
All right, it's 1-0, and we are heading to the bottom of the fifth. Curacao needs some runs, and David Zarate has pitched an unbelievable game. 53 pitches now. That's it. On pace, which is a big thing now in the world. Just what are you on pace for? 78 pitches. There's David's dad. It's Jose. Got a brother and a sister, Ivanari and Leilani. Favorite team is the Red Sox. Get ourselves a day going right now. We've allowed one hit. We have a hit. It's a homer, and we're winning 1-0. Zarate gets set to deal to Emperador. That's a little high, and now a rare 3-0 count for David Zarate.
Well, I think Curacao can look to take advantage here. Emperador get something in play, obviously take the walk, whatever comes to you, but this is a team now that's starting to put the ball in play a little bit more. We saw a lot of strikeouts early on in that first time through the order. Now they're starting to put it in play.
Three balls, one strike. Curacao is desperate for some base runners, get something going. And the next one to Emperador, that's in there. A good battle. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Everybody's a little anxious to be the umpire. Pitchers are looking for strikes, hitters are looking for balls. A lot of times we've seen kids very aggressive. They're here to swing the baseball bat. Called strike 3. Emperador was on his way to first base. The bat was heading to the dugout instead. Another punch out for Zarate, his 7th.
Inning can change pretty quick, man. 3-0 to start and comes all the way back. Gets it to 3-2. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. Right at the bottom of the zone. Looks like it may be a leadoff walk. Instead, it's a strikeout to start the 5th. Pops likes that.
Blown away. Angelo DeCastro's going to try to get into one here as he is a substitute hitter. Bats down in the order. They're at the 8th spot, so they will get to the top of the order. Whether they're trailing or not in the 6th inning, we'll see, but they have not mustered much at all against Zarate. Another one that is in there for a strike. Not overpowering, but a ton of movement from Zarate. As the 5'9", 152-pounder gets set for another one. That's a big swing. There's some power there for sure. And DeCaster is a pitcher on this team, too. He threw 3 no-hitters. But the first one was the best because he hadn't done it before. Dad Giovanni with him here in Williamsport. That is under the glove of Jesus Gomez. And DeCaster uses that big bat, that strength, to get on with a single. So just one down, man on.
We'll get another look here. He gets back early, sets up, and that's one thing that you see with Zarate. He's got a lot of power, fastballs, power pitch, the slider, same thing. If you can get back, get ready a little bit earlier, that's one of the adjustments that this team from Curacao can make to get themselves going. You got to find some sense of momentum right now and got to create base runners to give yourself an opportunity. Trying to do
Kushandrason Duran, beautiful first name. He's up there, looks like he's squaring the bunt. Oh! Pulls it back, and it's a little above the letters, according to the home plate umpire, Mike Orlando. Ball 1. There is 1 out. They've tried this before with 1 out. DeCaster at first. The infielders pinch at the corners. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Now, Duran has some speed, and if you see Gomez charging hard, you could try to bunt something toward the second baseman. Second baseman Mireles is covering first immediately, so you might be able to try to place it over there at second base if you hit it hard enough.
Got that one down. Foul ball. Home plate umpire was all over it, said foul ball. It seemed to get back into the batter's box when it was touched. It's a good look right here.
Pretty close. I mean, obviously the baseline doesn't extend. I mean, imaginarily it extends all the way through the sides of home plate, but visually it does not. So in that spot, the umpire's looking down and just trying to judge whether or not that was there. Looked pretty close.
It did, and that's a tough call because Orlando, of course, is behind the catcher, and it was clearly fair, and then it had some backspin on it.
It's a call you never really see.
No.
All right, now if it's fair, what do you do? I mean, that's why I don't think this should be reviewed, because you can't assume there's going to be an out anyway.
No, let alone a ball that's thrown away. You can't assume any of that.
So many things that could have happened here.
It's even a tough decision for the catcher as well. When you think about Garcia trying to figure out, okay, should I pick this one up fair? Should I pick it up foul? Should I try to get a throw off? You also see the mask was also in play down there while he was trying to pick up the ball.
So they're not reviewing it. It is a challenge. That's a hard one, man. That is a hard one. And if they challenge it and it's successful, I'm assuming you bring the batter back. In a game that you see everything, you always come across things you don't see very often.
That just happened.
And this is one of them. It's obviously taken a little time to figure this one out. And what do you do if you say, no, that was fair? Do you bring the batter back and move the count back like nothing ever happened?
What if he would have thrown him out at first?
If it was fair, I mean, he wasn't going to throw him out at first, but
I don't think he was. But
to your point, do you make that?
You just don't know anything. No, that's why I don't think you can. I don't like review in this situation.
Just a foul ball. Let's everybody get back to where you were.
You don't know what would have happened next. If the play plays itself out, but the minute that a home plate umpire yells foul,
dead ball,
everybody's going to stop. And I mean, that's as good a shot as you can have. They still don't know whether it's fair or foul. So if we're looking at it and we don't know, and he calls it foul, just let's play on here.
I don't think there's any other option but to bring the batter back and send DeCastro back to first base.
And you got the outfielders. Mexico doing some push-ups out there.
Foul ball. So he's got 2 strikes. We're going to try the bunt again. He certainly appears ready to do that. Hugh Shandrickson Duran with 1 out and 2 strikes on him. Foul ball will end the at-bat. Foul! And that's it. So he's out. And back to first will go to DeCastro. Not a lot of faith in the hitter there. They kept telling him on both bases. First base, third base coach. Get it down. Square the bat.
It just seems like at this point, Curacao is trying to do anything possible to try to get something going against Zarate. Obviously, he's been overpowering all day, and as an offense, when you're hoping somebody can get a bunt down with 2 strikes, that tells you how well the pitcher's going today.
Here's Davy J. He's the leadoff hitter. That's been a tough pitch, and it's worked against Davy J. Reicha a lot today. That front side slider or breaking pitch. Now they go way outside. And he got too much of the plate. Placed that one into right field. DeCastro flying to third base, and Curacao is in business. Down to second base. They will hold it up there. Second and third. Reicha delivers.
Now Reicha delivers here, but DeCastro was actually supposed to hold up at second. Manager was holding him up. You'll see him at third base, coach holding up his arms to stop at second. We didn't get it there, but with DeCastro's speed, he was able to get himself around second and get to third. At least he committed early, knowing that he was going to round and get himself over to third. Now you got 2 runners in scoring position here for Curacao, and the best opportunity they've had all day.
Bottom 5, Curacao. First time they've made any noise, really, since the first inning. They had a hit and a runner at first in the first.
Cubran la bola, vas a lograrlo. Ten fe, ten fe. Estás tirando muy bien. Estás tirando bien, no te caigas. Ten fe, hay 2 outs. Vamos a asegurar la bola. Cubran un poco el terreno. Ah, bueno, aseguren. Mátense por la bola, aviéntense por la bola. Corran, muevan las piernas y cubran las posiciones. Vas a lograrlo, Fernando. Más ganas ahí, Fernando. Trabaja ahí, no, muévete más, háblale a él. Tienes que animar al pitcher, ok. Vamos, arriba, arriba.
Cover the positions, he said. Relax, relax was the first message. You got 2 outs. No panic here. Zarate's been great. But for the first time in a long time, Curacao has got a threat going. The home team down 1-0. Winner to take on Chinese Taipei Saturday at 12:30 Eastern in the championship game. Jadon Louisa.
Now Louisa's a guy that has a lot of speed. One of the guys that has the most speed here in this tournament. He's a guy that's not afraid to lay down a bunt. See, the infield is back.
Louisa to short over the head of Jimenez. And we are tied now, heading to second. Heads up, Louisa. They throw it into center field. That allows Reicha to score, and Luisa's not stopping. Here he comes. Here's the throw. Out at the plate.
No, on the slide. Out.
A big collision at the plate. Garcia is down. Louisa ran him over. Curacao leads it 2-1. Louisa was a train rounding third, and he ran head first into the body of Garcia. Mexico threw the ball around the infield, and it hurt him bad. They're now down by a run.
You have to credit Luisa being able to put contact on this baseball, getting it over the head of Jimenez. And then we kind of get the snowball fight, right? We get some balls being thrown into the outfield. Zavala goes after it, gets it in quick enough, but Luisa's not stopping around third, like you said, Ravi. And he's coming in hard. No slide attempt.
On the slide.
And Garcia does a nice job of at least holding himself to be able to put the tag on and still be able to hold on to the ball after he hits the ground.
How about that turnaround that quickly? Mexico finds themselves looking out at Jalen Wheel, who's going to try to seal the deal.
See what you did there.
Kushandrickson, Duran warming up if they need him. Wheel. Ball one to Fernando Garcia. The eighth hitter struck out his first time up. Wheel has thrown 67, now 68 pitches. One was a little high, and apparently one was a little low, so it's 2-0. Elimination game, the winner will move on to take on Chinese Taipei. Mexico led it 1-0 into the bottom of the fifth, and an error cost them. Now they trail 2-1. That's ball four. Good start. Mexico with the leadoff man on thanks to a walk.
And you got to automatically go special pinch runner. Fernando Garcia being one of the slowest ones on the team. You get an opportunity to get some speed on the bases. Look to take advantage of some defensive miscues or whatever it may be, but this has to be done here.
So we do have a special pinch runner. Eduardo Martinez is the runner. Noe Zavala bats. 5 consecutive balls all of a sudden for Jalen Wheel, who hadn't walked anybody. Hadn't walked anybody until the first batter of the inning. Bunt down, fair ball, good one. They'll throw to first. Nice play. Wheel, tough one because Zavala was running straight down the line right in front of him, and it was easy to throw that off of the base runner.
His momentum was taking him right into that throwing lane too. I mean, you got to get rid of it as quickly as you can, so you don't have enough time to take a step and really free yourself from that base runner. Inside part of the line, throws just over that left shoulder. Important first out right there, but the tying run now in scoring position.
Really good bunt. Now the tying run is at second. Marcus Covarrubias sends this one into shallow right. Emperador, next play, and they're at 2 down. We got a good read and a really nice play by the right fielder for the second out. But here it comes, Miguel Padilla. Last chance for Mexico.
Obviously, you got to be careful in this situation. Can't put him on necessarily because you have David Zarate behind him, who already hit a solo jack to center field earlier in the game. But you got to be extremely careful here.
Wow, what a test for Jalen Wheel. Best hitter on the team from Mexico is right here, Miguel Padilla. Twice he has grounded out. Tying runs at second. Ball one.
And as a hitter here, I'm thinking focus straight up the middle. I'm thinking line drive. I'm not thinking home run. I'm thinking whatever I can do to keep the line moving for my team. Even if he's not offering me strikes, I got to be okay with taking the walk.
A game that has not had a lot of energy is now loaded with it. It's over, though. It's caught by the shortstop, Davy J. Rika. And on to the international championship game goes Curacao. They rally with 2 runs in the bottom of the 5th and win it 2-1.